All right, so hopefully the countdown has begun and we are recording. I'm trying a different camera, I'm trying a different angle, and hopefully everything works. This is not one, I eventually did discover that the one other way that we can do it is simply just press the button to switch the camera back and forth. And that helps a lot with timing. And so I'm trying to keep the videos all within 5 minutes, and I hope I'm succeeding. But in the meantime, this is going to be the last video for today. And it's just basically a follow-up video and a thanks for watching video and a keep watching video. Because, you know, at the end of the day right now, that's not what it's been about. It's never been about the numbers, or it's never been about who's watching. But what it is important is that you are watching, and that wherever you are, is that it's making a difference to what it is that is happening in your day to day. And perhaps the intimacy of this conversation that I'm having is meaningful to you today. Or if not meaningful because there is no real subject matter today, but that the conversation that I have today, that the intimacy of it, or that the privacy of it means something to you, that perhaps if you're not feeling all that today, or if you're feeling a bit lonely today, know that you're not lonely. There are times when I'm lonely, and what has happened to me just doing these videos has allowed to keep me occupied. It has allowed to keep me busy, and that's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. Basically, it is just another way of me expressing myself, of voicing my opinion, so to speak. I have a whole lot of opinion on a whole lot of subject matter, and that's hopefully what you'll discover about me. I have a little bit of an internet presence, just because of some of the things that I do, which is writing. I've always written, I've always voiced my opinion. I remember even as a youngster, or as a young adult, whenever there was issues to be raised, many of my friends and my family would come to me and say, "Ooh, Zahida, I think it's time for a letter to the editor." And that was my first platform, to voice my opinion, to have my voice heard, so to speak, and to tackle issues that I found was either unfair or was unfairly treated in the media. And I've always been lucky that all my letters and all my opinion pieces has been published either as is, because what I say, makes sense, and to such a vast range of audiences as well, and that's great. And I hope the same in this case, is that it reaches all types of audiences, all types of people in the world. I'm just trying basically to reach out in whatever way I can. That, the intimacy of this, is that you will pick up on. And, some of the most intimate conversations, I have to admit, has been with myself, also with the Almighty God. And that's been fantastic, my conversations with God. And I think there's even 2 or 3 books that I recently read entitled that, Conversations with God. And it's amazing that, I find that the intimacy of talking to God, the intimacy of talking by yourself, or in the presence of angels, or in the presence of no one, makes that conversation more meaningful, more personal. And right now that is the case for me as well. I'm talking to myself, and I'm sure some of my family members will say, "Oh, daai Zahida sê as lekker befok, né? Sy praat so lekker alleen." And yeah, just basically translated, that means she's a little bit crazy. She's always been crazy talking to herself, and that's true. And I don't really mind that. So if you're talking to yourself, don't worry about it. You're fine. You're absolutely fine. It's in fact early in the mornings that I find we have one of the prescribed prayers for us. It happens early in the morning. It's an early morning prayer, usually between 4 or 6 o'clock, depending where in the morning you are, usually before sunrise. And you are supposed to get up in the morning, But it took me many, many years to, voluntarily get up. Because for me, having work shifts, you have to break your sleep in order to get up to then brush your teeth and get ready. And you're like, oh my God, I don't want to get up. And, then eventually I discovered, one of my other videos is called For the Love of God. And I eventually realized that, we do these things for the love of God, and if I'm doing it for the love of God, I should, do it voluntarily and not make it such a mission. And, I decided once I committed to doing that, to sort of adopt that as my mantra, that, for the love of God, that's what I'm doing it for, the love of God, for the love of God. And it made sense. And eventually when it just clicked, I just woke up automatically in the morning without an alarm, without everything. And it is at that time of the morning when everything is so quiet and you're one of a few people that are awake in the world at that time in your world, that the conversations are the most intimate, are the most personal, are the most reverential. And you just find as if it's just you in the world, and it's an absolutely wonderful feeling. So if you are alone in the world, embrace that. It is a wonderful feeling. Perhaps if you're lonely, use this video to play it back and realize that you're not. There are a billion videos out there, sure. So that means there's a billion people that are alone as well. You're not alone. So whatever this video means to me, I hope you'll keep watching, and please do so, and spread the word as well. We are not alone. Keep watching. See you on the other side.